Hi, everyone. I'm Mary Hoff, and I am so excited to share with you the Olive Tree Compensation Plan. Throughout my career, I have had the opportunity of not only training countless compensation plans, but also building, writing, drafting, taking compensation plans into change management. So when I saw the Olive Tree Compensation Plan structure, I was super excited, not just for myself, but also for the people who were looking at this company. If you're a brand new consultant or if you're here for the very first time hearing about the Olive Tree, I want you to take some notes and lean back and really see the different levers that this compensation plan has. My goal is to go through this content in about 15 minutes for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through all the levers, all the different ways that you can earn money here. But if you have questions, please get back with the person who invited you to learn more about the Olive Tree people. And most certainly you can reach out to me directly if you want to learn more. So when you are taking a look at what we have to offer here, there we go. I want you to know there are 5 ways to earn. There's your retail commission, your fast start bonus, your team growth bonus, your unilevel organization, and also some leadership bonuses. I'm going to go through all of those in detail, but I just wanted you to see the overview to begin with. So let's talk about your retail commission. Let's say you're an influencer and you're just like, you know what? I just love to sell. I love to go out, share my link, and let everyone in the world see exactly what I'm doing. You can give yourself a raise by simply selling more. So your base commission is 25% on the retail of everything that you sell. So if you sell, let's say, for example, $1,000, you would earn 25%. But in this case, when you bump over 1,000, you actually go to 30%. And then when you go over $3,000 in sales, you go to 35%. So that's a really fun way. Let's say if you want to earn a certain amount every month, you can just simply have control of that. You can go out and sell more. Our fans, our customers just love our product. So that's the basis for how you get started with retail sales. Now, let's say you decided, okay, I'm going to tell a few people about this. Well, when you tell someone about the Olive Tree people, you earn a bonus on what they sell in their first 60 days. So your new person, let's say Linda, signs up. And for Linda's first 60 days, not only does her volume go into your team volume, we'll talk about that more in a minute, but you also get paid a bonus of, if she's on your first level, which she would be because you recruited her, 20% on her starter kits. Starter kits are different than just retail sales. So it's something that people can buy in their first 30 days, right? They're great kits. They're 20 to 40% off. Everybody should get one when they sign because that's the biggest discount you can get on the product. Now, let's say Linda signs someone on. You get 10% of what they sell. And then on your third level, you get 7.5%. So guys, that's just a really nice bonus. And you might be looking at that going, well, hold on a second. What is this LRP thing? That if someone decides they want to receive the product every month, which we coach people to do, you get in, you buy your starter kit, and then you sign up for your loyalty rewards program, your LRP. That product is going to be 35% off to the consultant, the person who set up for it. And you're also going to get paid those elevated bonuses for their first 60 days in business. So if you're brand new, the reason why LRP is so important to you is because of the fact that you want to be a product of the product. So yes, you want to get your starter kit because it's a great discount, and you also want to set up your LRP. You might be wondering, what is the best product to have on LRP? I personally have my ingestibles, the products that I take every single day because I know I'm going to use those up in 30 days. I get my 35% discount on it, right? Because I get my 25% from the company and then an additional 10% for it being on the loyalty rewards program. So that's Fast Start. Those are the different ways you can get paid bonuses and the things that you can get paid those 20, 10, and 7.5% for the first 60 days of your new person. The reason that I share that with you right off the bat is because we love to sign people up because we love the fact that they are enjoying the product, but also we love the fact that they are interested in making an income. And we just want you to be really prepared for what happens for you when you bring people on. Now, I just talked about the LRP. LRP is something that might be new to you. LRP is what companies look for when they are thinking, how can we make sure that everyone gets the biggest benefits from our products? I personally use the skincare every day, every night. I use the hair, the shampoo, the conditioners. I use those, a few times a week, right? And then in addition to that, I look at what it is that everyone needs to use. And our collagen, our different products that we ingest, those are the ones that are really going to benefit you with this team growth bonus. So when you have 3 people who are on LRP, you get a $50 bonus, right? That's kind of simple enough. And then if they each have 3 people on an LRP, you get a $250 bonus. If those 3 people, as you can see, it multiplies down, have 3 people, then you get a $1,500 a month bonus. What the company's basically saying is if you're teaching people to be a product of our product and follow what Thomas, our founder, says, which is this product is completely and holistically great for you from head to toe, then they're going to reward you. Now, why do we talk about LRP? You notice it also says they can have $250 in retail sales. In order for this bonus to be in place, then that $100 is, first of all, the least expensive ways to do it, right? Of course, if they sell $250, that's great too. But that is also a way to guarantee that you never miss that bonus. So if I have everybody in my organization looking at this and going, okay, I know I'm going to want to take the ingestibles, and we have that set up in our culture, then that is the best way for people to get their LRP set up and going right away. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me fix my video. There we go. I have a little ghost in my computer sometimes. So let's go on to the next slide. Easier said than done. Okay, here we go. So you might be looking going, okay, well, that's a few ways that I'm going to get paid bonuses. What are the other ways? We're going to talk about what these ranks mean, but there's also a bonus for when you reach certain ranks, black, olive, and olive star. And those ranks are really, when you get started, we're going to go over the chart in a minute. Those are pretty early on. They give you a $300 bonus, and they give it to you over the course of 3 months. So you can earn. Actually, a lot of people in my team earned these at the same time because they made Olive Star in their first month. And so these stacked. But when you make Black Olive, you get these bonuses for 90 days. So you have to make that rank in order to get it. So for example, it's April. If you make this for April, May, and June, you will get these 3 bonuses over the course of those 90 days. If you make it for April and then you skip May, you'll get the bonus for June, right? When you make it again in June. However, these do not shift with you. So they go with your first month that you make it and then 2 consecutive months. So if you miss it in May and you make it in June, that's it. You're going to get $200 in the olive bonuses. If you make it April, May, June, you'll get all 3 months. If you make it in April and then you don't hit it in May or June, you just won't get it. That'll be it. So we like people to know that because we don't want anyone to leave money on the table. So be certain that when you are looking at your rank, you're going, okay, cool. I hit Black Olive. I want to hit Black Olive above every month, so I get those bonuses. And it's the same with Olive Star, right? And we'll go over those, like I said, in a minute, so you know exactly what those mean. You might be wondering, well, how do I hit Olive Star? Now you're curious, right? All right, the quarterly bonuses are leadership highest ranking bonuses. And these are based upon the quarter of the year. So for example, the first quarter of the year is January, February, and March. We are at the beginning of our second quarter right now in April, May, and June. So what the system does is it goes in and it looks, where are they, what rank are they getting paid at? And then it takes whatever of these ranks you are the lowest at. Say, for example, your green olive star 1 month, violet olive star another month, and silver olive star. It's going to pay you the green olive star bonus at the end of the quarter. So if you make it for let's say you make it for silver olive all 3 months, you're going to get silver olive. So it takes the highest rank that you've maintained and pays you on that. This is a really cool bonus. And then in addition to that, there's the Black Olive Star bonus. And we'll talk again in a minute about what it means to be a Black Olive Star. And that's where the company takes 1% of the monthly revenue and divides it between the consultants that have reached Black Olive or above. I'm a little nosy, so I did a little research to see what is that right now. And this is no income claim. This is just an example of a space and time because the company is going to grow. We're going to get more volume and we're going to get more Black Olive Stars. But right now that bonus is around $4,000 to $5,000 a month. So that's a pretty juicy bonus in addition to all your other bonuses. Now, here's that chart I was talking about. It's actually just a really simple way for you to see how it is that you advance in rank. And I'm going to start right up here. You can see that in order to, these are your requirements, in order to be paid at these ranks, you must sell at least $100 every month. So that's just simply saying, hey guys, go to work. If you want us to pay you, you have to show up at work. And that work can be, guess what? That $100 LRP. If you never want to miss getting paid, then just go in and set up your LRP because then that bucket is always full and you are guaranteed to be paid whatever rank you achieve. Okay, what else do you have to do? You and your team have to sell the monthly qualifying volume. So as you can see, at green olive, that's 500, and then it just continues to go up until it reaches $500,000. And these are dollars. This isn't some tricky base volume or qualifying volume. This is actually dollar for dollar. So Olive Star, which is where you would get that $750 bonus, that is you and your team selling $10,000 in sales. And I just got to share with you, our team hit that in the first month that we were in business. We actually, in our second month we were in business, we exceeded $30,000. So these are very attainable. And you can see what you get paid on each of the levels underneath of you. So on my level 1, I get paid 10%. And then it goes down to all these different levels, which is 5% on these different lower levels. That is so fun because what that allows you to do is to help build people really deep. And therefore, you're encouraged to help people grow throughout your entire organization. Now, you might be wondering, hey, Mary, what is this demand on legs thing? What does that mean? Well, that is what you're required to do to also hit these ranks. So, for example, at Olive Star, you need to have 2 silver olives. And that means that at least 2 people in different legs of your company, meaning they can't all be like, I can't recruit Karen and then everybody's under Karen. And basically that's helping the company stay balanced and that's helping you stay balanced. So 2 silver olives would be 2 different legs of my organization have to sell at least $2,000. As you can see from Black Olive and below, you can do this all on your own if you want to. There's no leg requirement, but once you get into these higher ranks, they require you to bring people with you and for those people to be growing as well. Once you hit green olive star, you have to have 3 legs. 1 black olive leg, which is 5,000 in volume, and then 2 silver olive legs, which is 2,000 in volume. And that volume is sales, right? That's all it is, dollar for dollar sales. One last thing about this compensation plan, and that is that it includes dynamic compression. So dynamic compression means, let's say I recruit Linda. We've recruited Linda already. Let's just keep recruiting her. Linda is on my level 1, and then she recruits Heidi. Heidi recruits Lisa. Lisa recruits Joanna, right? So Joanna's all the way down here on level 4. But then Linda, Heidi, and Lisa do nothing. They're a big fat 0. They're just out. They're decided, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to go do whatever, right? Joanna actually compresses up. to my level 1. So compression, dynamic compression just means that things will shift up if you have zeros. And guys, that is not in every compensation plan. Sometimes when someone's on a level 3, they're there for the rest of your life, and there's nothing you can do in order to have them get out of the way, right? So that is a really fun thing. So guys, in conclusion tonight, this is a really quick overview of our compensation plan. But as you can see, there's lots of different ways for you to earn money here at the Olive Tree People. Our mission is to heal the world with the power of the olive tree. And if you haven't listened to Thomas' video yet, I suggest you hop on and you listen to Thomas's video because he talks about our mission. Yes, we understand that money is important. We understand we all need money to pay our bills or to do whatever fun things we want to do with it. But we also have a mission for the greater good here. And that shows with our product, with our people, and with our programs. I just want to thank you so much for listening in to this training. I hope that it was beneficial. If you have any questions at all, please reach out to me. I'm going to actually throw my cell phone number on here. It's 703-969-4477. You can text me directly if you have any questions about this training, or you can reach out to your upline or the person who invited you here. Thanks so much, everyone.